Hello everyone. So let's get ready for another flight. This time an evening flight from Lisbon. Our arriving airport a while ago, like a few hours. So today let's see what destination have we got on our flight plan. Okay, so our flight plan, where it is, here it is. So today we are going to fly our Charlie Sierra Tango November Victor as TAP1936 from Lisbon towards Porto. Our flight time scheduled is around 44 minutes. Flight time, let's check in the map how it is. So this is Lisbon. The winds are favorable for using runway 02, and I think we have approach online in Porto, and we are going to get to perform an RNP approach runway 35, so winds are calm. Nice. Information November on board already, so we have a lot of movement around Lisbon. Nice to see. It's always glad for me to see some movement. We have a 320 parked already. Okay, so let's jump into cockpit and start our preparation. Let's check it. Okay, so overhead panel. Let's switch on our batteries and our APU, and let's have some lights here so it's easier for us to perform our cockpit preparation. Okay. Okay, so this is all aligned. Let's dim a bit, not dim, increase our lighting here. So squawk mode Charlie already, floodlights as well, and I'm going to insert our frequency standing by for Porto approach 120.9 or 10. Okay, set. Now here hold on a minute, and let's dim a bit our screen lights. Initial flight level is 60, standard when we are leaving Lisbon, and our final flight level will be flight level 240. Okay, just dimming a bit the lights here, the screen lights, right, and then around here I don't need that much of a light, so for now it's good. So let's check our weights for today. So our planned zero fuel weight will be 59.1 tons. So let's 59.1. Okay, so 148 passengers on board, to be scheduled of course, and our fuel for today 4.8 tons of fuel. 4.8 there. Let's start our boarding. Right, so probably it will sync with the IRS alignment, so 6 minutes over here, 7 minutes to get everyone on board. This gives us time to check one more time our surrounding traffic. I guess we don't have any predictable landing for the next minutes, so let's do our planner. Okay, our alternate will be Lima Echo Victor X-Ray in Spain. Our call sign will be TAP1936. Cost index will be 0.8, sorry, and 240 as our scheduled cruising flight level. 4.8 tons of fuel. So today we are departing from runway 02. Our departure will be in BOM for November. The flight plan is giving us wrong runways on departure and on arrival. We are going to use 02 in Lisbon and 35 in Porto. So that being said, we have to select the northern inbound departure, so it will be in BOM 5 November departure. And for port, so we don't have a precision approach like in runway 17, so we are going to perform RNP approach runway 35. Our arrival will be Ableg 3 Tango. However, given that we are going to use 35, we have to use Ableg 6 Charlie arrival. And done. This part here is also complete. Let's wait until the boarding process is terminated. Let's check. So around 90 people left to board. Let's see. We are all by ourselves here. So from inside the terminal we can also have some views here. It's very similar to the terminal itself, the real one at least. Very good. So it looks like it's a clear skies today. Let's check our boarding process. Okay, so around 20 people left. Okay, I'm going to start our APU and switch on our pumps. Done. We have a lot of traffic in the airport tonight. A lot of aircraft, not much of arriving aircraft apparently. Okay, we'll have to do it. Let me check here. Almost there, 10 passengers left. Okay, boarding is complete, so let's input our numbers for today. So 59.1 and 30.5. Done. So let's check our V speeds. Okay, 02 flaps to configuration. Okay, let's calculate. We will start now our flight log. So V1 141, rotate 141, and V2 143. Let's start. Okay, so our log has commenced. Let's input the final numbers there. So today we'll have flaps 2 and trim down 0.1, 141, 141, and 143. There our flex temp will be 68. And let's have our data input.
100 above, minimum.
Let's check. So we have winds calm, temperature 9, 1021. I'm going to input this data here. Let's check on our other site. What does it read? So no winds. Okay, so we are using, okay, this wasn't scheduled to. We are going for 35 according to approach that is online. It has some priority. Okay, so let's switch everything up. So APU bleed, external power is off, and I'm going to start our beacon. This way we know that the tug guys knows that we are about to push, or we are clear to push. Chocks off, GPU off. Let's call them. Let's see. Okay, we don't have a tag animation here today, so we have another aircraft there. Nice. So I'm going to warn that I am going to push Lisbon traffic Air Portugal 1936. Push and start is approved, facing north, expecting departure runway 02. Okay, so let's go. Okay, let's go. Engine mode selector set to ignition, and let's start our engine number 1. Switch off our lights. Engine on number 1 is available. Starting engine 2. So flight control ECAM page. Trim down 0.1, so set, and let's check our flight controls. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, and neutral. Spoilers armed, auto brake set to max, and let's flaps to configuration set. So as soon as we are cleared to taxi, we will take the first on our left here and go on through Mike, holding at Mike 5 and departing on runway 02 down in the bottom. So engine number 2 is stabilized as well, so switching engine mode selector to normal, ECAM door page, and let's switch off our APU bleed and APU, starting our taxi lights. Okay, good to go. Let's Lisbon traffic Air Portugal 1936. Taxi to holding short, Mike 5 runway 02 via Alpha and Mike. Okay, so parking brake is released and chrono is on. Let's go.
Approaching 3, 5.
Okay, let's dim a bit more. I think this is very bright, so sun is okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop over here because we have probably some control online, and so I'm going to monitor, but before I'm going to switch takeoff config to normal, and let's see who is online. So it's tower 108.105, so let's monitor tower, Lisbon Tower 108.105. Oops, I already had it there. And Porto 122.8 as soon as we leave. Okay, so let's talk to them. Lisbon Tower, muito boa noite. Air Portugal 19836 on taxiway Mike. Coisa. Okay, Air Portugal 19836 requesting IFR clearance to port flight level 240. So squawk will be 0653, QNH will be 1. Are you able to repeat? Sorry. Okay, sorry, I was reading 05. So squawk 0353. QNH 1022 clear to destination as filed, departing runway 02. Roger, inbound 5 November departure for Portugal 19836. Continue taxiing, holding point runway 02, Mike 5, will advise when ready, Portugal 19836. So, a bit confusing the squawk part, but okay, it's okay. It's always different when we are already taxiing, we have our mindset just ready to taxi and depart, but no issue at all. So we are continuing taxiing to, as advised, to runway 02 via Mike 2, Mike 5. So brake checked. Let's advise cabin that we are ready to go. Okay. Lisbon Tower, Portugal 136 is now ready for depart. Muito obrigado por todo o suporte. Air Portugal 136 clear for takeoff runway 02 after departure Unicom 128. Até a próxima e bom fim de semana. we are clear for takeoff. Let's switch on our lights. And monitoring Unicom 1228 right after our exit.
Approaching 02.
Alright, so let's spool a little bit and
On runway 02.
let's stabilize and N1 on 50 and start our chrono. Stabilized. So manflex 68, SRS runway auto thrust is blue.
$100.
100 knots, check.
Rotate. Positive rate.
So gear up. Autopilot on. And let's switch flight level 2 to flight level 240, our final flight level for today. Done. So let's switch Unicom and 120-910. I guess it's the approach at port. So let's thrust climb is set. Let's switch off our lights here. Okay, and flaps 1. And flaps coming up to 0. So very nice details and vision by night. Down below we can see the runway. It's Alberta, it's a military airbase that is used for aircraft maintenance, so eventually we can see some aircraft arriving here. It's not for passenger service, but instead is for maintenance purposes. So the airbase is not used actually as an airbase, rather like a general deposit for Air Force material. And this here would be, from my perspective, one of the best alternatives to Lisbon Airport as a secondary airport due to its proximity, around 10 kilometers, and also because we already have the infrastructure like railway and a fast highway to Center City. So for me this would be, and obviously we have already the runway. We don't have actually to improve much or spend too much money by constructing a whole airport from scratch. We have already some infrastructure inside the airbase itself. For me it would be the best solution. However, greatest interest arise, probably it will never be a secondary airport. Okay, so I forgot to switch standard QNH and 10,000, so let's switch off our lights and let's see if we can go direct to some closer points. So our black should be fine. Let's go direct to our black waypoints. Okay, so we have a discrepancy. I believe that probably I'm going to adjust in the settings here. Let's see the airframe. So it's cool. So here auto TCAS, I'm not sure what this is, but well, why not? Cabin lights dimmed, controls, I'm going to put this here, and linked callouts, every callouts, that will help us fly better, and save. Done. Okay, so this will be like a more like a 30 to 35 minute flight time, so probably less, 20 minutes to reach our lake and probably some 10 to land. It's a small hop, around 150 miles from Lisbon. So, and today we have to depart from a favorable runway that allowed us to keep always straight ahead, and the arriving runway always it also is the runway closer to us, so we don't have to waste time circling or going around or the airport. Okay, so I'll see you just in a few minutes. Okay, so now we have auto approach calling, so let's monitoring the frequency right away to see if they have any instructions for us. Port 2 approach, good evening, Air Portugal 1936, flight level 240, inbound Ableg waypoint. Reducing speed to 50 knots, will advise when ready for descent. Information Papa is on board Portugal 1936. So we were advised to reduce our speed, so let's reduce. 250 for us. Reducing, so as soon as we reach 5 miles from Ableg waypoint, we will advise them that we are ready for descent to see if he's vectoring us and which flight level, in order for us to have like a controlled altitude when reaching final, because this is a non-precision approach. I'm going to start record now. Okay, let's request our clearance for descent. Port to approach Air Portugal 1936, will reach top of descent in 5 miles. Descent level 100 Portugal 1936. So we are clear to go to flight level 100. Set. Let's switch our seatbelt sign. And let's go. So let's start our descent. Continue descent flight level 60, Portugal 1936. So we are clear to descend a bit more. Flight level 60, so overhead Akulu. Direct Akulu Air Portugal 936, so we are requested to go direct Akulu, so let's go. Done. Let's increase our drag because of this swift change. Let's see if I can 160, not okay. Our advisable speed was 250, so you can see down below up front there reaching flight level 100, reducing speed due to 20 knots, Portugal 1936. So we are requested to reduce our speed to 220 knots when reaching flight level 100. So as I was saying a few seconds ago, you can see a runway there in the circle. That runway is part of an airbase, an Air Force airbase, so that was recently reactivated and will shelter some medium helicopters in order for them to fight fire, so and probably some rescue. I mean, this was a deactivated airbase just for maneuvering purposes. I'm going to activate our approach phase and go in. Okay, so we are reaching flight level 100 and let's see if we can get to reduce our speed to 20 knots according to the instructions there, and let's switch on our lights. Done. Clear RNP approach runway 35, QNH 1021, continue descent 4000. So we are clear to descend 4000 and clear for our RNP approach runway 35. So at this point I'm going to see if the managed speed will be advisable. Yes, okay, very well. Spoilers are retracted, and let's bring closer this set QNH 1021. Okay, let's see if we can see already the runway. Nope, not quite. but it will be okay, so it is now visible. It's right in front of us. I'm going to set. So okay, so -3. So we have an aircraft in front of us, will be number 2 in sequence. I'm going to arm our spoilers and set our brakes, our auto brakes to low. Our exit will be on our right, and it's pretty far from the touchdown zone, so we will have plenty of time to exit. We don't need medium auto brakes for this flight. Let's set our flaps to 1. Speed is checked. Let's set our flaps to 1. We are at 4,000. I'm going to set 3,000 feet. And flaps 1. Coming down. Minimum approach speed. Okay, so we are requested for our minimum approach speed, so I'm going to reduce a lot. Okay, flaps 2. Okay, let's switch on 160 knots. Okay. Okay, there's an aircraft taking off. And I am in sequence, so let's see. I'm going to switch off our autopilot, so speed is managed. Normal speed 936. Okay, so gear is coming down. Let's switch on our lights. And flaps 3. Clear to land, runway 35, Portugal 936. So we are clear to land, so let's flaps full and autopilot is off. Okay, we are a bit high, let's try to catch with our glide slope. So no wind apparently, so if we can probably can go straight without input, probably.
2,500.
Let's gently pull the stick back, so nice and smooth. So let's arm our spoilers. Done. I have some deviation, but our glide path seems to be okay. We are in the pipe, 5 by 5. the right a bit. Let's see if we can straighten this up. Looking good so far. Let's ease up a bit. Or descent path. Okay, so we are straight up. Around okay, so we are on profile and 1000 feet is check. Let's pull a bit up the nose. Okay.
Above.
Reaching our minimums.
Minimum.
Continue. Okay. Looking good so far. Okay, now all eyes on runway. I won't rely on instruments no more, so TAP is only. Put
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 10. 5.
well, it was a bit hard, this one. I should have pulled the stick a bit early. Okay, this is our exit there. Auto brake is off. Okay. Are you able to repeat the stand number? It broke up. Sierra 32 Portugal 1936, thank you. Let's turn here and switch off our chrono, so our flight time 33 minutes, so I believe that's what I predicted, not according to flight plan, because the flight plan indicates some different runway, so I'm going to switch our lights off and let's switch on our APU. Yes, it does. Very nice to see. All good here. Stand Sierra 37, Portugal 1936. So our stand was changed probably to operational reasons, so let's go to Sierra 37. I think there's someone pushing back. So, opposing to Lisbon Airport, this one here today looks a bit crowded. So it's always nice to see some life in the airport. So an EasyJet, I think it's Ryanair, TAP Portugal over there as well. And I'm not sure if that's a Vueling. If not, it's like a white, just a white livery. So Sierra 37 will be probably one of the first stands on our left. I'm not sure because it's not a usual flight, a usual destination for me. Let me check. No visibility here. It's an EasyJet, not a company. A320, as I thought. So probably the Sierra 37 will be prior for that to that aircraft. That's why he changed me to Sierra 37. Probably Sierra 32 will be on that aircraft path. Sierra 38, I think it's the next one. I think. Oh, I stopped. Not intended to. So Sierra 37 will be around here somewhere. Let me check. I think it's the next one to our left. Yes. Okay, Sierra 37. Okay, so parking brake is set, and let's switch off our engines coming out, and our lights as well. So beacon, wing, and seatbelt sign. 47 minutes total, so 33 minutes flight time. Very well. I'm afraid the landing was not perfect, so get ready to see some huge numbers here, opposing to the landing in Lisbon, -18. So Lisbon approach, port to approach Air Portugal 1936 on box Sierra 37. Até a próxima, bom fim de semana, obrigado. Okay, switching Unicom, so let's see our numbers. So 400 feet per minute, it was like almost a landing gear, a total wreck of a landing gear. Let's disconnect here and stop the record. Just going to send the log and inform them that the flight was smooth. However, the landing was severe. Landing, hard landing. So it was in fact a hard landing. I should pull back the stick 10 feet previous. At 10 feet above, I mean. So let's see what we can see. From another view. Okay, so this one I think it's pretty close. Let's see. So no wind. I think the wind was not an issue. I think it was the altitude here. I should have brought back the stick a bit. I believe the night landings are always more difficult for us to have a perception of the ground, and this one caught with me. So -400 for me it's not acceptable. However, it happens. Let's see again. I shouldn't, but it was a calm night. If it was windy, I could understand, but here I should have flared a bit early, like 10 feet early. Well, I'm sorry for that, however, it happens sometimes. Appreciate your company tonight, so I'm going to wrap this one up. We will see you probably tomorrow on a return flight, or who knows, to a flight from Porto to Orly or to Madeira. See you tomorrow.